after I'd done a video of the top 5 Roblox horror games of 2020, I've been getting a lot of requests to do another one, but just on Roblox multiplayer horror games. It took me a while to dig through the games to find really good multiplayer horror games, but at last, I found some good Roblox multiplayer horror games that need to be mentioned and need support. So let's get started on the top 5 Roblox multiplayer horror games of 2021.
Cult of the Cryptids. Cult of the Cryptids is a survival horror game where you and your friends try to survive or kill the cryptids that lurk around. The mission of the game is to do missions to access different endings. Every ending requires you to do something different each time. The game has a lot to offer, has a lot of replay value to it. It's worth to check out to see what ending you can get in the game. Darkwood. Darkwood is a survival horror game with different objectives and maps. You have to explore the maps and collect certain items along the way while you are avoiding the monsters that protect the items. You could play with friends, pick maps, and pick modes. Even you can become a monster to hunt down players and kill them to win the game. This game has a lot to offer. It makes a great horror experience for a lot of players. I recommend checking it out and giving the creator a lot of support.
Containment. Containment is a maze horror game where you are stuck in a maze looking for ways to escape it. The maze has puzzles that you got to solve in order to proceed through it. A monster lurks around the maze and you have to hide in the locker to avoid him. This game has many secrets and questions that need to be answered. Can you answer it? Imagine. Imagine is a single and multiplayer horror game with 3 different chapters in the game. Every chapter has a different story to tell and different objectives. While you are exploring through the game, paranormal events start happening, like shadows and figures that will randomly start appearing around the house. Is it your brother, sister, mom, dad? Only you can figure it out by solving the mystery on what really went on in that house. Phasmophobia games. The Roblox Phasmophobia games, Paranautica, Noctis, and Spectre, are horror games where you go to an abandoned location to find paranormal activity that occurs there. The goal is to find evidence that proves that there is paranormal going on in that location, but make sure you don't stay there too long. Realm of the Nine Portals. Realm of the Nine Portals is a horror game where you have to go through portals that lead to different worlds, all being different. You have to go through the portals and beat every one of them to unlock the mysteries within the game. Dead Silence. Dead Silence is a horror game where you are looking for a legend of Mary Stroll in the sewers. Soon, it becomes too real, and you start seeing things
that should not be real. Can you escape this unforgiving nightmare? Or is there more than what we really know?
Rust Machine. Rust Machine is a horror game where you are stuck in a dungeon and your mission is to escape. To escape the dungeon, you have to solve puzzles and codes throughout the dungeon. During the exploring, you will encounter traps that you have to avoid in order to escape. The more into the dungeon you get, the worse it becomes. Will you be able to escape the dungeon before it's too late?
And finally, we're at the number 1 spot. Before we get to the number 1 spot, if you're enjoying the video and would like to see more, or would like to see the horror gameplay that I do on my channel, then please subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And please share this video around so people that can't find horror games can watch this video and actually play these horror games to support the devs that made these horror games. Thank you so much, and let's get to the number 1 spot.
Mimic. Mimic is a single, multiplayer Japanese myth horror game where you explore different chapters to find answers on what happened and why you are here. Meanwhile, different creatures and monsters will try to hunt you or your friends down to kill you. You need to get past them to find the answers on what you are looking for. There is mazes and puzzles that you have to go through to continue through the chapters. Will you be able to find the answers on why you are here?